which is a new like narrative adventure game, I guess, based around photography. Probably thinking like Life is Strange. I've played about the first half hour. I'm gonna restart, but yeah, I mean, Life is Strange meets Makoto Shinkai is sort of the way I've been thinking of it, and it's very good so far. I'm excited to dig into it. I'm just gonna share this out on some socials, and then we can get going. One thing I want to point out is that I did initially buy this on Switch 2, and was very perturbed by the performance. Performance was not great. In fact, it was bad enough to the point in terms of like frame rate, probably like sub 30 frame rate, input lag, that I was like starting to fiddle around with my controller, thinking maybe I was having Bluetooth connection issues with my controller. And it wasn't that. It was just poorly optimized. So I have switched over. I'm playing the Mac version on Steam. And I don't have the beefiest machine. It's an M4 Mac Mini. It's pretty good, but it certainly runs a lot better than what I was getting out of the Switch 2. Now, I have heard that the Switch 2 has a patch coming, so hopefully that resolves some of the issues. But we'll see. It has a long way to go. It felt like not like unplayable, but like, you know, disappointing that we were trying to, you know, for a game that like isn't really, I would say, like a major graphical powerhouse. The fact that it was running so poorly was a surprise to me. This like Switch 2 is pushing some pretty beefy games these days. There's no reason I think that this shouldn't be running just fine. Okay, I'm just gonna share this out very quickly on Blue Sky. Twitch.tv/Fun Factor Pod. So of course I'm streaming this on the Fun Factor Twitch and YouTube pages. If you're not already a member, not already a listener of Fun Factor, consider you know, becoming a member, or just finding it on your favorite, you know, podcast app, or what have you. We're on YouTube. We're on obviously everything: Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts. You know, and check it out, and give us a follow, give us a listen, share, and if you like it, become an Ultra member. There's a lot of wonderful perks for Ultra members. But first, I want to share this on our Discord. We have a fairly active, it's a smallish Discord, but it's very active, very inclusive, very friendly, very knowledgeable. I have a lot of fun there. It is open to all listeners, though paid Ultra members do get some perks on the Discord server, particularly access to the Ultra Lounge, which is an exclusive channel where we talk about the show, go behind the scenes, but also do stuff like we held a vote for our second season, which we just recorded the first episode of yesterday, to help us pick a theme, and so that's it's always fun. Twitch.tv/Fun Factor Pod. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's get into it. We are playing Opus, Prism Peak. We're going to start a new game here. I am playing on my Mac M4 Mini. I think I'm on... It's going to stream at 1080p with kind of high graphical settings. We'll see. The Mac Mini can push harder than that, but I think with the streaming software and stuff, I'm not going to push my luck. But it is just a beautiful game. I have been really impressed with what I've seen so far.
All right, Tauka. Keep the camera steady and look where I'm pointing.
Don't call me that, Grandpa. Mom and Dad don't like it. I don't want them to get upset and start fighting again.
That's how grown-ups show they care. Your grandma and I were the same before she passed. Here, I'll show you how to take photos. Steady now. Film's expensive. Don't shoot yet. Now.
So looking at, I've just taken my first photo of this butterfly. Looking at the achievements and some of the stuff later in the game that I've seen in the first half hour, it does seem like taking photos, composing photos, framing,
Hey,
will
Grandpa,
become a very
aren't we going to the
important
cabin?
of the game.
What kind
as
of
well.
map is this? You drew it?
Grandpa's cabin is
It's
over
more
here.
of like, I don't know if it's an
It's
open
so
world
small.
game
We took
necessarily,
butterfly
but it is
photos
like an
here last year.
exploration-based game, which is where
The sandbar
I expect
deers
it
live here.
differs dramatically
is
from what
home.
Life is Strange is doing.
What about this?
But,
That's the city where Mom lives. Can I go see her, Grandpa?
Didn't you just go? Anyway, is that a mountain up there?
Grandpa, look! A deer!
Where? I don't see a thing. There shouldn't be any sandbars around here.
I saw one here last year, I swear.
All right, keep walking. Your dad's off sawing wood and your mom's nowhere around. Let's go shoot the embershine flowers. They just started blooming.
Grandpa, why does Mom keep going back to the city?
Because she's feeling down. It's like when you're upset. You want to be left alone too, right?
Then how do I make her happy?
Well, take some good photos with me. That'll cheer her up.
What makes a photo good?
one of the things I like about this game is just its emphasis on photography. Photography is something that's always been really important to me personally. I've done a lot of photography over the course of my life, and I like how it's deeply embedded in like the structural and narrative and gameplay elements of this game. That's just very appealing to me, on top of the kind of rural, wild Japanese setting and stuff. I do just give me one sec. We might lose the video feed for a sec, but just give me a hot second here just to move some of my windows around. There we go. I'm streaming on my computer instead of my through my capture card on my Switch, which I like to do. But
You have to care. When you care, the picture knows.
But I care about everyone.
But first, you gotta learn how to use the camera. Come on.
But if I do move away from the game screen, then I lose the feed on the video. So I'm sorry about that. But good to go now. There is a lot of talking in this game, especially at first, so I will probably be a little less chatty off the bat than I usually am in my streams.
Then I want to be a photographer too, just like you.
Your dad'll have a fit.
I'll take pictures of all of you. Then Mom won't keep running off to the city.
Shh, come here.
Grandpa!
Keep your voice down. That's it, little shutterbug. Line it up. Now, press the shutter on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So that in that instance, that was something I'm playing on a controller. That is something that I, got to press the button on the shutter for. So, like there is some interactivity during these early kind of framing scenes. Everything looking and sounding okay on the stream. I do have the game capture
What you saw just
louder
now
than usual.
was my childhood. Back then, my parents fought a lot, so Grandpa was the one who raised me. He'd take me out with the camera, always saying the mountains were a kingdom. But to me...
Thanks, Chad and chat. Looking and sounding good. That's great. And thanks for joining us for your first Fun Factor stream. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're here. The nature environments, like the natural environments in this game, are just stunning, and we get to more of them, within the first 15 minutes or so. Very different vibes from Fatal Frame, but there's also, there is this undercurrent of menace, at least in the first half hour, that seems to be an underpinning aspect of the plot. So it's not all, it's not just like entirely a cozy vibes game. There's a bit more going on there too. Being with them just made things feel less sad. So there are these
And
little
then time started to fly. Over the years, my hometown changed little by little. The village changed, so did the people. In the end, it didn't feel like home anymore. So I decided to become a photographer, just like Grandpa. Took my camera and headed for the city to make a living.
So as you can see, there are these like kind of binary choices as he's recalling his life. And, you know, there's melancholy and optimism sort of between the two of them that you get to choose between. I don't know how that figures into the overall story, if these choices actually make a difference overall, but it's a nice little way to like create sort of the core of the character that you're playing. Hey Nick, thanks for coming by. I hope you have the great rest of the day, and thanks for checking out the VOD later. I do think this is going to be one you're going to like a lot. I'm going to pick so these choices tend to be like sort of hopeful and like pessimistic. I'm going to try to stick with
help from friends and years as an apprentice, I finally got a photography job. It was a good start, and I made some real friends along the way. A few years later, I even got married. Marriage, work, it all came together. For once, I felt like a grown-up. But just as I was starting to settle in, my wife left.
In chat, we've got someone from Jordan. Hello, welcome. Why does it always turn out like this? Maybe being on my own isn't so bad.
I was down for a while, but after some time, I figured, it's fine. I still had my job and coworkers who really looked out for me. The work was routine, and it was all I had, but that was its own kind of peace. But then, the company shut down. I stood there as the doors came down, 10 years of work gone like nothing.
So for a while I felt lost, or I knew I'd get through this.
Eventually, I pulled money with some friends and opened a cafe. Even held the occasional photography talk. Didn't want to rely on anyone anymore. I thought maybe this time things would finally turn around. But a few years in, the cafe folded too.
I guess things never really go the way you hope, or I guess that's just how it goes sometimes.
Looking back, I'm not even sure what I was hoping for when I came to the city. Feels like I can't remember anymore. Now, I'm 40. Grandpa's funeral is in a few days. I thought about when I told him I wanted to be a photographer. So, before heading home for the service, I sold the camera that had been with me for decades. I used to think, if I could just capture it with my camera, maybe the things I cared about would stay. But eventually I realized, no matter what you capture,
some things are just meant to disappear, and nothing deserves to disappear.
Some things are just meant to disappear. That's how I see it now.
All right. So as we carry on through this prologue area, the next bit's going to be, very reminiscent of something like Life is Strange in terms of how we navigate sort of a closed little scene and investigate.
Where'd this cash come from?
Elements.
You really sold your camera?
Relax. Your rent's more than covered.
Hey, don't use this for rent. That camera means too much to you. You don't get it. You're my best friend. I don't need this money.
Hal, I'm done taking photos. Don't let me keep owing you.
But you're so good at it. Please, use it to make money. The photo cafe was great too. You just had bad luck.
Doesn't matter. The place is gone.
Whatever. The money's in your mailbox, okay? Just go get your camera back.
Hey, I can't keep owing you. No one ever listens.
So here is part of my journal, and as you can see, it goes through like a recap of what happened in the story. Each of the yellow pieces of text are my choices that I've made, which is interesting. So I am very curious to see how that changes and impacts the story going forward. Visions and memories. I think the idea and the concept of memory and how life kind of lives within our experiences presumably will be a big part of the game. But you can see here, like Life is Strange, I can look around my environment a little bit and then click on and learn more about certain, items or whatever in that environment. Called Observations. This is a pawn receipt for my Prism camera. Pawn slip for my camera, enough to live on for half a year. Thought I'd feel more attached to it, but I was surprisingly okay with letting it go. It's been empty since the divorce. It's a picture frame. AC that works half the time and never really gets cold. I keep the windows open in summer. I feel like I should keep my eyes on the road, but what do I know? Used car I bought from a coworker in my 5th year at work. Over 250,000 kilometers on it. The engine makes weird noises sometimes. Yes, as they tend to. A protective charm my family got for me when I had fevers as a kid. I think it opens, but I've forgotten what's inside. Notably, there's a camera iris on it. Is there anything else to look at?
It's so foggy.
There we go. Whoa!
What's with all this fog? Dad? Yeah, I'm on the road right now.
Well, hurry up. The funeral's in 2 days.
I'll get a ticket if I go any faster. Have you gotten any rest?
Is your wife coming?
Why would she? We've been divorced for years.
You never treated her right.
I mean, I can't even reach her if I... Forget it. I'll be there by tonight.
Afternoon.
But I've just left. Besides, Grandpa's been missing for decades. Why rush now? Hello?
His dad seems like a peach.
The Public Weather Service has lifted the typhoon warning. Several roads remain affected. Next, road conditions as of 6 p.m. Rock slides have been reported on Route 7 through Silver Mountain. Cleanup expected by morning. Drivers are advised to proceed with caution. Rock slides have been reported on Route 7 through Silver Mountain.
Shut up.
All right.
See,
here we go.
Nothing ever goes right.
This is sort
I
of
used to be so excited about the future. Couldn't wait to grow up. Now I just want to scream at my younger self.
Life is a pile of garbage, or don't become a grown-up like...
Don't become a grown-up like me! If only someone could have heard me.
So this is where the game proper sort of starts, and now...
Tonan Tauka, Suta, Auto, Nisa, Tonko, Heka, Rasa, Hauti, Wapeta, Vehi, Marin, Koa, Tonan Nosa, Tonan Sonzubume. Yeah, so as I was saying, this is sort of where the prologue ends and the real game starts to begin. Choose how you'd like to experience the story. I want to see for myself, which is described as you may miss some things along the way, but that's part of the experience, just like life. Let me choose how I play. Full guidance will be available to you, but you're free to choose when to use it. It's a little confusing, but I think I want to see for myself means it's not going to hold my hand as much as let me choose how I play. Which is, I would prefer to, I want to see for myself. You know, having some guidance so that I make sure I get every little bit of content, I think is Door won't open.
better for maybe like a replay.
What the hell?
All right, so here we go. Now this is what, you know, the bulk of the gameplay is this like third person narrative game. Again, with, you know, very Life is Strange. raised when even the tunnel's wind was golden, when home and the mountain were one. And you were always on my mind, the seer in my eyes, footsteps in the mountain. Those bits on statues, are they seeds? I got some dried seeds. I remember these from when I was a kid. Seeds from the embershine, a flower that grows in the mountains. What are they?
Why are there seeds here? This is getting weird. Wait a minute, where's my phone? It's gone. And the keys too? Why'd everything just disappear?
Oh man, your phone disappearing. That's like the
Guess
dream.
I should have a look around here.
All right, so my car is all smashed up. And now I get to explore. This is, so I was saying at the beginning of the stream.
Huh, where did everyone go?
That I
Gotta
initially
get out of here.
bought this on Switch too, and was enjoying the game for what it was, but ultimately, like, I got to this point in the game and it felt bad. It was like frame rate was questionable. But there was also just a ton of input lag, to the point where, like I was saying, I was using an 8-bit do Ultimate 3 Bluetooth controller on my Switch 2 instead of my regular Switch Pro controller. So I sort of like thought maybe it was like Bluetooth like lag, but no matter what I did, I went over to 2.4 gigahertz. I used my Switch 2 Pro controller. I tried everything. None of it got made any difference. So then I was like testing out Hollow Knight and all these other games at 120 frames per second. There was like no input lag. So I knew the controller wasn't busted. It just turns out that the Switch 2 version is just rough. And this is where I really started to feel it. Just really, really floaty controls, sub 30 FPS frame rate. Now, like, you know, this is basically a visual graphic adventure. Not a big deal, but it just didn't feel good. So playing here on the my Mac Mini, it's feeling better. But apparently there is a patch coming to Switch too. So depending on how that patch comes together, if it does improve the performance, then I would probably switch back to playing on Switch 2. So there's a mural in the tunnel. He says that's strange, but is that strange? I feel like artwork inside of tunnels isn't uncommon.
Why am I back here again?
So something funky going on in the tunnel. Kind of reminiscent of like the opening to something like Spirited Away, and I'm sure that image of like a repeating tunnel or an endless tunnel is probably has other origins that I'm just not familiar with. Why is this metal bowl laying here? The design looks familiar somehow, but there's no way. To me, it looks like almost like the flash pan of an old camera.
Damn it, looks the same everywhere. How do I get home?
That statue's gone, but now it's just a big log.
Did the lights go out up ahead? Oh, better stay away.
You got a floating blue butterfly. So when I make those Life is Strange comparisons, it's not even like just because I've been playing a lot of Life is Strange and sort of like deep into that series again because of Reunion. But like there's like distinct, like there's cameras, there's blue butterflies. I don't know if, Life is Strange was a direct inspiration for this game, but it's hard not to see parallels. Course,
the road.
Life
What's
is
with
Strange.
the fog?
Double exposure Reunion. You play a young millennial, and here we're playing a washed-up elder millennial, whom, of course, I identify greatly with. And now we're starting to see a little bit of what I was talking about earlier, where the game isn't just like a super cozy game. It's not Stardew Valley. Like there's some dark undertones within the story.
Hey, you hear me? You okay? Are you hurt? Hold on to me and don't let go.
Hurry. It's coming.
part I didn't actually realize this the first time I played through this, but like he auto runs, but I can control him. So I was just letting him auto run, and you can actually like fail and get caught by whatever this crazy monster.
What's that thing
is.
chasing us?
What do you think?
So there is some light traversal in this spot.
Sure there's a path?
Up ahead, right between the trees.
There we go.
Careful, there's a drop.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Now we kind of get into the actual meat of the game, and I think we're going to get a stronger sense going forward of what the actual gameplay is going to be like moment to moment. But there is this, this surreal element to it, which I imagine is going to continue to come up more and more and more. So I haven't actually looked at this. I didn't look behind me the first time I played through this part, but tools for brewing medicine, feels like I've seen them before. Charred seeds and petals inside. Observation, an old bed weathered by time. So he has talked about having fevers as a child, which is interesting. His grandfather is sick. This is more like the pan that he had seen in the tunnel. But yeah, and you can also see there's a mixture
the
of
tunnel exit?
first person and third person. Kind of reminds me a little bit of 1,000 Times Resist in that way.
Have I seen this before?
Dusklands field note. Look closely, follow your photos, and you won't get lost. I have no idea what the words on this weathered notebook mean, but they might be the key to understanding where I am. So there is, we can see this notebook with this other language in it, which does seem to be part of, deciphering that language. I expect it's going to be a part of the game going forward. Select symbols to jump to that section. Camera. Okay. But I want to... Oh. There we go. So nothing in here. Oh. Okay, there we go. Look at... So here's the alphabet. So yeah, I am going to be able to, over time, decipher the characters in that other language. Which is kind of fun. I can press B to return to the first page. And now it says one guides another.
How are these words appearing like this?
Moving ever onward. These are my findings from years of research. I hope they guide me to the god at the summit. So perhaps this is his grandfather's.
One guides another, moving ever onward. What does that mean? Never mind. I should find a way out. Huh? What's that?
So there's that bed. And now this, forest.
Gotta get home for the funeral.
Has appeared. He's still more concerned about getting back for the funeral than
Is this the way out?
understanding what's going on. But hey, what can you do? So I can just wait here. I can head up the stairs.
If this is a dream, please just let me wake up.
And here we go. This is like the Breath of the Wild moment. Oblivion. Fallout.
I remember stepping into the light, and there was a kid.
Okay, so much has happened. So I can press down, think it through, and again, this gives me like a breakdown of what has been happening, but here I can actually fill in a little bit of my diary. When I leapt out of the tunnel, the landing nearly knocked me out. In the darkness, I remembered a flame I'd seen inside. It felt familiar but sad. It was the beginning of a journey, a flame from deep within me, some kind of metaphor for life, just something meaningless or a piece of my soul. Beginning of a journey. How about? There's the tunnel, but it's blocked in. I'm going back that way.
No way.
Lovely. Look at that.
Where the hell am I now?
What is that floating like? Oh, is that just... Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful.
Where'd that kid go?
Another one of these statues. They have a camera. Raised when golden petals danced in the wind, chasing deer, you led me through the mountains. Chasing forest, you led me through the mountains. The seer in my eyes. Eyes unwilling to forget. And I got a seed from reading that. I don't know what the seeds do. There we go. Here's the
You alright?
girl.
Thanks for warning me about that black thing chasing us.
Shade. I think that thing's called Shade.
You know what that thing is?
That's all I know about it.
What else do you know?
That's it.
Find out more about her. She's acting suspicious. Press her on it. She does seem a little sus, but I feel like just as a life rule of thumb that calling kids sus
Your parents?
when you first get to
No
meet them
idea.
is dodgy.
Your name? It's fine. You don't have to tell me. Do you know where we are then?
The mountain.
Huh? What about it?
I need to go up there. That's where my home is.
Well, hope you're not planning to walk there. Anyway, wherever this is, we should get moving. Before that black thing comes chasing us again. Can you walk? I'll carry you.
You're gonna take me home?
Let's get out of here first.
Then, never mind. That chase was dangerous. What if you drop me?
Leave her behind. I can't just leave her here. I'm gonna say I can't just leave her here. I'm not gonna leave a kid. Oh, the kid's caught off guard.
Hey! Put me down!
Can't just leave you like this. Just tell me where we're going later.
I did! You just won't listen.
Either way, we should get out of here. I'll get you somewhere safe first.
This guy's weird. But I can barely walk, so whatever. He looks worried about me, but won't say it. So we keep walking down the trail, and I start feeling better. But I'll let him carry me. For some reason, he feels kind of familiar. Well, you can take me there if you really want to, since it does look kind of far anyway.
Whatever.
Well, Squall Leonhardt. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just make a quick little change to drop down to medium. Frame limit. I assume it's 45 because I'm playing on 180 hertz monitor, so that's like 1/4 of the refresh rate. It doesn't allow me to go to 30 or 40, which is, but that's 1/4. So, right, 1/4, 1/3, 1/2 full. Yeah. But I'm going to go down to medium. I'm finding that there's just...
So how did you end
because
up
I'm
here?
streaming.
Did you run into something?
Whatever.
Hey, I'm carrying you. Talk to me.
Didn't ask you to.
He keeps getting dragged by this kid. But yeah, it was just feeling like I was dropping some frames in the game a little bit too frequently. So we can do maybe some comparisons. I mean, well, let's do a comparison now. This is... I'm on medium. Let's check out ultra. It honestly looks very... at 1080p, it honestly, like, looks very similar to me. I think the shadows are better. There's probably better foliage density. I think if I could play ultra, but with, like, a locked 30, that would probably be a pretty good fit for my M4 Mini. I can also bump up to 1440p, and it runs okay as well. But yeah. But yeah, like higher foliage density, maybe. Built in the Golden Fall when the mountains were only between you and me, back when I could still see far and you were waiting to be seen. The seer in my eyes, antlers at your
It has
side.
a camera.
This is, actually, no, never mind. I did get a little bit further. Okay, the symbols look familiar. You know what? That's probably a good scene. Well, okay, so when I look here, look at the shadow resolution. This is probably where we're getting a big difference. You can see a lot of the jaggy edges on the shadows there. I bet even if I go up to high, let's have a look. Yeah, much cleaner shadows. So that's going to be the big one. Those shadows clean up tremendously. I wonder about ultra. I don't know if this is interesting to you guys, but it's interesting to me. Yeah, difference between high and ultra doesn't seem too substantial, but those low res shadows were pretty rough, so I might just stick with high, which is what I've been playing with. I do find when I change the settings, there's a
I'll
bunch
go
of
first
hitching
then.
at first.
My name's Eugene. I was on my way to my grandfather's funeral, drove into a statue, and here I am.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Eugene is not a common
Before
name
this,
to
I
me.
ran a cafe. It was called Viewpoint. We also did photo salons.
You did photo what?
Just a thing. Your turn now. Your name and how you got here?
I really don't know.
Hey, I told you my story, so now you...
Look!
Hey. It's a deer. With a camera. Look at that. That's cool. There's like a camera shutter, an orifice. A sphincter. Eyes shut become eyes lost. Eyes lost become eyes found. I think somebody or something is maybe trying to tell him to pick up
Nice.
photography
He's got
again.
an old Prisma G1.
Looks like he wants you to have it.
What? A deer that size could crush me.
It's coming!
Damn it. What the... Hey, back
I've
off.
seen a big magic deer in the forest. And I'll be like, whoa, that's a magic deer. It's trying to give me a camera. So I have a Prisma camera, which notably is the type of camera, is the camera that he sold to help pay for his buddy's rent. It says, popular camera, before things went digital, known for its great value, it was widely used in news and documentary work. One of Grandpa's favorite cameras. That's always equipped and it's used
Is
for
the deer
taking
asking
photos.
for a photo?
As if a deer would.
Use the camera. And show me if you know how to really look.
This is good. I like this.
What the...
Deer
How
wants a
about this
a
spot?
picture.
You can get the whole deer in the frame.
Slow down. You look like you're about to trip.
This is about, I maybe got about 2 minutes further than this first time I played.
Hey now, don't block my shot.
As if I would.
Actually, why don't you get in? Go. Come on, in you go. Here's another thing. I was also a photojournalist. People paid me to take their photos.
Huh? What are those?
Someone who takes photos for the news. they don't write. Come on.
I'm in the shot now.
Come closer then. Closer.
I'm in front of you.
Hey, can't you...
Oh.
You done?
I'm gonna shoot. Don't block the deer.
I'm not.
So she doesn't appear in the pictures. That's funky. Especially because a camera like this would use, like, presumably a mirror-based, like, viewfinder. So you're just looking through. There's no digital aspect of it, right? But, oh well. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. The old Sam Bar's eyes had gone pale, like an old man with cataracts. It reminded me of some things.
This is so unreal.
What about me?
You were outside the shot.
Hey, there's writing on it.
That's that writing that I'm going to learn how to decipher.
The writing's on the photo now. Why can't I read this? Have I seen these symbols?
Oh, my bag's getting warm. It's that notebook from before, so it wasn't a dream. What's this dust? Dust from the field notes. Fine dust found between the pages, glimmering with specks of gold. It drifts slowly toward the book, like something's pulling it. Okay, so I have...
That name on the photo, Suta.
Okay, so I have 4 dust. He was carrying a Prisma camera. So I used 2 dust to write in Prisma camera. The ash somehow wrote my thoughts into the notebook. And then I choose a photo. Do I really see them? 11%. Okay. What can I see? Nothing. I have no idea what this is. There's a lot going on here.
So the deer wants to know if I really looked at him?
So he wants to, like, see my photo of him? Is that deer wearing a tie? It's like the fanciest deer I've ever met.
The child is a walker, fading from the shade's touch. If you wish to go back, first you must bring her home. Use the camera I gave you. Look carefully, and you'll find your way.
What? Can we ride?
Did he just tell you something?
Yeah, he told me to, stay safe.
Whatever, liar.
I love how this
you're the
bad
one
guy
not
is just
saying
getting dragged
anything.
by the kid non-stop. That is, like, accurate. He's not a dad, but he's got major dad vibes for sure. Definitely divorced guy vibes, which we know he is. Okay, this is actually as far as I got. I'm now into uncharted territory.
Stop asking. The deer really didn't say much.
Yeah. So can you see me now?
No luck. I really tried.
There's definitely a lot of, like, hitching between, like, scene transitions. In those cutscenes. That's where I'm seeing, like, the worst
Whoa,
performance.
what's that?
Yeah, and, like, here, this is, like, a more complex area, and so on my my M4 Mini, I'm dropping down into, like, the 20s. So, you know, it's not a beefy gaming computer, but you know, in that regard, like, this is where I was starting to get into, like, probably like sub 20s on the Switch too. Felt really bad, whereas here it just feels a little hitchy. Obviously, if you have anything resembling an actual, like, gaming PC, you're probably going to have absolutely no issues. So current location, Woodworks Lane, 300 tree spans to my left is something called Fire Trail. 300 tree spans to my right is Malkuth Station.
Why is there a factory here?
Product Dust Mountain, Spirits Collection, quantity 10, status cancelled, production redirected to furniture. So I've been encountering all those, like, statues, those wooden, like, carved statues, which, there we go, they're all missing heads. Raised 7 falls after you left. I carved how you looked when you were beside me. Not because I miss you. The seer in my eyes. Horns. Unable to admit. Might be worth photographing this. Oh, okay. Oh, look at, there's something else in here. Okay. Oops. Oh my gosh. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Camera. So I wonder... Okay, I can't walk around while I have my camera. Which is helpful in real life. But what can you do? So I can... So let's see, what can I do here? Autofocus. That's nice. Got a really, like, nice low aperture. I can adjust my shutter speed. Ooh, that's cool. He uses an actual, like... Oh, yeah. So I'm shooting at 60 right now. I don't know. Can't turn the dial as it jammed. Okay. So obviously, like, I'm gonna unlock more features on my camera. I can also see, like, if I press Y, I have camera gear, which is neat. A seer statue raised by when someone was 25. Okay. What does this say? 3 falls after meeting the seer. Factory opens for business. 8 falls after meeting the seer. First shade encounter. Factory untouched. 13 falls after meeting the seer. Second shade encounter. Factory partially shut down. 14 falls after meeting the seer. Third shade encounter. Factory shut down. 16 falls after meeting the seer. Transferred to Spirit Development Bureau for redevelopment. So what's a fall? Is that? I don't think it's an autumn because it wasn't capitalized. Observation. Product, Spirit Wood Furniture Series. Item, Redwood Chair ×3, Redwood Table ×10. Production halted due to shade.
Hey, check out this fireplace. It's so weird.
Look at that. It's a fireplace, but it also looks like a camera sphincter. Spirit Wood Spirits Collection defective damaged. 50% off clearance discontinued. No restocks. Maybe I should get a shot of these sculptures. I wish I could, like... I don't have a lot of options for, like, framing shots. Oh, look at... I wonder if you're, like... Are these, like, good photo op spots? I guess so. Kind of telling you, like, hey, stand here and take a photo, I guess. Recently, I was... posted on Blue Sky, but I went and printed out a bunch of screenshots that I've taken in games over the past couple of years. Stuff like Life is Strange, Suikoden, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII, Lost Records, God of War. Yeah, printed them off on photo paper at photo size, and now I kind of have them hanging up in my workspace in my office, and it's pretty neat. It's fun. I like taking screenshots. Scattered sculptures. Finally carved animals scattered on the ground. He used to carve things like these at home when I was a kid, but after what happened, he stopped. Is this supposed to be... I don't know, that's probably... This would actually be a good spot. For this guy, too. If I could zoom in. Okay. Let's see what this fireplace does. Sacred fire bowl, something, present the photo, wishes to see. With your right hand, hold the photo over the flame and turn clockwise. In the Dusklands, we cannot speak, but we can see.
What does that mean?
Should I ask a favor? Yes, ask the fire a favor. First, understand the fire bowl. I don't know. This one? This one? Damn, wrong. Wrong. Not this one. Maybe it needs to match the words in the fire. First, understand the fire bowl. Okay. Huh? This looks like ash. Okay. Golden sparks flew from the photo as it touched the flame. Oh. I missed what that said. Maybe the deer. Damn, wrong one. How do I back out and take a picture of the oh, look at I keep getting ash, though, when I show the wrong one. Is that good? I guess so. So do I just always... okay. First, understand the fireball. So
I see words in the fire. First, understand the fireball. So if the fire's watching, maybe it wants a photo of the fireball?
Like with the deer. How did you know?
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe the fireball is an eye of some kind.
I wonder if you have to, like...
Would it know the way to the mountain?
We can try asking.
Weird.
You're weirder, if you ask me.
No, I'm not.
I wonder if you have to, like, be standing on these things to get pictures that, like... Oh, she's gone. That it will, like, accept. Okay, there we go. Sacred Fireball. The swirling pattern on the fireball looks almost like an eye or the blades of an aperture. It brings back some memories. I bet it does. Okay. Ask how to reach the mountain. First, understand the fireball. I'll show it a picture of itself. Aha! Look at that. Good. This is where it starts. Ooh, a hand-drawn map. That matches fairly closely the map that Eugene was looking at with his grandpa in the opening of the game, but like just way more detailed and developed, I think. Maybe it's the same. There's something almost mythical about the way it's drawn, with its winding path toward the distant mountains. The title in the corner, Dusklands, might be the name of this place. Okay. Offer a seed and ask how to take better photos. Yeah, do it. Let's take better photos. I got lots of seeds. Camera supplies. Lens cleaning kit. A clean lens is a clear mind. That's something my photography mentor, Morris, always said. I remember he'd spend more time preparing the camera than using it. Use to clean the lens when taking photos. Let's offer another seed. And another seed. Oh. Do I just get... Oh. Okay. So it was what? 1 and then 4? Camera supplies extra album page. Albums in the Dusklands feel more like collections of ash. They look like albums, but the edges waver like memories about to disappear. Well, I'm just going to use all my seeds, right? So it was 1 and then 4 and then... I am intermittently getting some camera cleaning things. Okay. I will take a moment to watch the flame. Oh, is that a carving in the dark? Watch the flame with this carving. Words are forming in the fire. Listen, the seer left his toys scattered on the ground. What is this? Left and right. Oh, I'm blinking. Weird. Okay. Oh, wait, does it say different things? Listen, the seer used to play on top of the stacked wood at the factory. Okay. So on top of the stacked wood at the factory and toys scattered on the ground. This one is, this one, right? Have this bag. Use it if you want. Oh my god. A little backpack. A little pack shaped like an ox. The fireball says it'll keep us safe. If she's wearing it, would it even show up? Maybe hidden in certain cutscenes. Permanent unlock. So it's a cosmetic. Okay, fun. Listen, the seer left his toys scattered on the ground. Maybe this one? Look at all of that. Since you looked, might as well know more. Ash and dusk. Ox. The ash carries a faint glimmer and the smell of burnt ember shine. Used to learn more about the Dusklands. Okay. Interesting. Oh, look at, hey, it's got a character, like a letter floating above its head. That's interesting. Is that OX? Maybe? I'm out of seeds. There's something in the fire. A map?
Not sure I feel good trusting this map. Looks like this is where we are.
Hey, is that a map? Let me see. Look, that should be the mountain we're heading to. And the train here goes to a city at the bottom of the mountain. Just need to find the station.
That's if we can find it.
Of course we can!
So finding those statues gets me seeds, those wooden statues, and then the seeds I can offer to the fire to get like camera equipment, or cosmetics and stuff. Curious animal carving is standing on the workbench. So there you go, I got a seed. Carving of a mountain surrounded by what appear to be little towns, but it's too damaged to make out clearly. You can see those like rings around the mountain, which were visible elsewhere in one of the early cutscenes. So they remind me a bit of the dust, the gold dust that I got. The strange carving. This world seems surrounded by a vast mountain range. It seems to be, it reminds me of the one back home, the mountain I keep meaning to visit. Even now and this is underlined, complains that I stay in the city and never go back. Helps you understand the spirit and make the right choice. Okay. Manufacturer Spirit Wood Woodworks, material Dusk Mountain Redwood, hand detailed natural oil finish, clearance stock 60% off. That seems like a good deal. About this work. Back then the ox had not yet met the seer, but the deer guided him and taught him how to work with wood. Completed 12 falls before meeting the seer. We don't know what a fall is. The ox had not yet met the seer, but with the deer's help, his craft grew rich. The spirits at the foot of the mountain opened a woodworks factory, and in time the ox became its master. Completed 7 falls before the meeting of the seer. Back then the ox had not yet met the seer, but he met the fish, who came to the ox seeking refuge. The fish loved the ox's work, and he was overjoyed. Completed 1 fall before meeting the seer. Okay. I got some seeds, so I'm going to give them to the fire. Try to get some. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm not really sure. Ooh, I got a warm tone filter. Gives photos a warm, earthy look. They're less common now, but these were popular before digital took over. When equipped, applies a warm tone effect to photos. Cannot be used with other filters. Permanent to unlock. Cool. Okay. And so this was blinking again. I feel like maybe I'm going to have another opportunity. Whose words are in the fire? Listen, look for the mountain carving the seer and I shared. Haha, I know that one. Here we go. Complains that I stay in the city. An ox? I'm not that big. Star photography notes. Ox. Piece of paper covered in dense notes about star patterns. Wonder who wrote these. Collect all to map the stars of the Duskland. And then I got some do I really see them points, which I'm not sure. That means something about that might be worth a closer look. Okay. Press X to open your bag. Further examine certain items. Oh, added to field notes. Okay. Ash and dust. Ox. Used to learn more about the Dusklands. Whoa. As I breathe in the ashes, I hear a faint voice. Oh, beaver. Oops. When a sacred fire casts their shadows, ancient souls can come through the shapes as shadows of ash. Even I almost forgot all this. The voice continues as it slowly fades away. I did miss the first bit of that. Oh, here we go. Those carvings? Yeah, I remember telling them. The boy was always asking questions back then. I said the animal carvings were containers that our fathers called totems. When a sacred fire casts their shadow, ancient souls can come through the shapes as shadows of ash. Even I almost forgot all this. This constellation looks familiar. Take a look. Oh my gosh, what? Northwest upper sky, elevation 21 to 52 degrees. The ox is back tonight. Its great horns stretch clear across the stars. 12, 17, 7, 10, 11, 16. 16 and 7 look the same. Yeah. Ooh. There are many. Oh, these are. Oh, there's lots of notes there. Okay. I do like filling out a good old notebook. Like, I'm into that. But I also feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff I'm collecting in this game already. Alright. Observation, Dusk Mountain Redwood, Grade Premium, Dusk Mountain Concession Zone. It's interesting because this game is like, I don't know if it's like canonically set in Japan, but it's quite clearly set in Japan, but like somewhere like this logging camp feels very familiar to me as somebody who grows up or who lives in BC, where logging is a big part of our economy. Due to recurring shade activity, Woodworks factory is now closed. All factory operations are hereby suspended as of today. Woodworks removal notice. Due to shade attacks, this factory is scheduled for removal this fall. This site will be transferred to the Spirit Development Bureau. Thank you for your cooperation. Well, maybe Duskwoods isn't in Japan, but I would say the beginning of the game was. These symbols look familiar. Should I take a photo of this? So I guess this is where, like, at the beginning, right, I was able to, like, step back. Pick, like, you know, being guided or not. I wonder if this is where, like, I would be told to photograph more things or something. Mysterious stone. Wonder what these symbols are. Maybe I should write them down. Use the field notes to uncover their meaning. Something familiar about these symbols. Something stirring in the field notes. Oh, these seem related to the symbols on those stones. Press Y to check your photos of rune stones. Okay. A. M. Oh, hey, look at. Oh, yeah. A. Is that A6 and M? Okay. Wait. How do I... So A is like... kind of looks like a circle with a beak. This one? Okay. M is like a leaf with like a teardrop over top of it. Yeah, this one. I assume because they're getting committed there and getting a little star in the top and I'm losing ash that I'm right about these. And 6 is like an apple with a bite taken out of it. Okay. Hey, look at that. What happens if I, like, try to put the wrong one in? Yeah, okay, it's just blue. I did lose an ash, but it's not, like, locked in or whatever. Okay. How do I get rid of it? Get rid of it. Back. No, back. Fill in. Zoom? Okay. Yeah, shoot. So when they turn black, that does get locked in, which is good. I did see one of those, didn't I? Earlier. This mural looks ancient. I wonder, should I take a photo of this? I guess so. Mysterious mural. Never seen imagery like this. I wonder what it's saying. Use in the field notes to uncover history of the Dusklands. Something stirring in the field notes. They're fleeing toward the fog. Choose the matching mural. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, so they're fleeing toward the fog at the summit. Oh, yeah, okay, I see the mountain. The mural tells the story of an ancient land. Fleeing the flood, the Golden Seer climbed to the top of the sacred mountain and pleaded with somebody for help. Somebody answered, bringing the spirits above the clouds beyond the fog. But somebody could not see through the fog and was no longer able to watch over the lands below. Translated by, I feel like that's, I feel like I've, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oops. I probably shouldn't just let the kid run around. Yeah, that's fair. I read that already. Other good stuff? What else is there? Corrugated metal. Looks like this place has been abandoned for years. Where's the kiddo? There she is.
Hey, quick question. Are you a walker?
Am I a what?
Never mind. Why are you just standing there? Oh, that's just how it goes sometimes.
What now?
Well, I don't live on that mountain.
Don't need you.
I'm just saying, I doubt anyone lives up there.
Alright, I do, at this point, need to start wrapping up this stream.
Let's turn back.
Dinner to get to.
My home's up there.
I really don't think your home's on that mountain.
If you wish to go back, first you must bring her home.
Never mind. Let's look around.
I know there's like auto saving and stuff, but giant eye exhales. Thanks. Okay. Whoa. Oh, cool. I don't want to get out here. I want to talk to this eye.
You two. Can you hear my voice? Tell me, who am I? I can't see myself anymore. I'm being crushed, fading. I can't even remember my own name.
People change all the time. It's fine. Maybe I can help you see yourself.
Think he wants a photo, like the deer.
Do I really
You should take one and show it to him, Joey.
My name's Eugene. Get it right.
Too hard.
No, it isn't. It's just Eugene. Sheesh.
Fine, Eugene. Help him.
Really?
I really do love this kid. Yeah, let's take
I
a
can't
picture.
believe the size of this eye.
Probably not. Okay, so how do I get a better picture of him? That's interesting. They kind of take. She can't
I
appear.
can't believe the size of this eye.
She can't appear in the pictures, which does sort of like help me.
Might get a better shot if we go somewhere higher.
So that she can't get in the way of my photos. That's probably like sort of like the
Wonder how big he is.
technical.
Feels like we should go higher to see.
reasoning. Oof.
Are they gonna tear this place down?
My computer is definitely struggling a bit at this point, but that's on me more than the game, I expect. Spirit Development Bureau 100 something Fire Trail in accordance with the Spirit Development Bureau and Duskland's Development Act. Spiritwood Woodworks factory is scheduled for closure to prevent further shade attacks. So let's get a good shot of this big eye.
The wind up here feels great.
Oh, there, yeah. Okay, so I see. They put these like.
That's way too big.
Are those horns? Wow. Oh my gosh, yeah, look at that. Is he struggling? Let me focus properly. Oh yeah, okay, I see him. Okay. Didn't frame him right. Let me try again. What's wrong with that? Oh, I didn't get all the horns. I see. Oh, this is the ox. I see. Look at that. Yeah, that's
This one should do it.
Cool. Proud and towering ox, now buried under an abandoned factory. The deep grooves on his horns, weathered by time, remind me of someone's hands. Okay.
That was a nice shot.
Can I get back down this way? Okay. Oh yeah.
looks like you actually are a photographer. This is a good one. You want to show it to him?
Hey, they kind of hide this entrance away. That's funny. That's one way to do it. Okay, so I'm back at the eye. We'll see. I don't know. Like, can I just save? I wonder. No. Should I show the giant eye this photo? Show the photo. Yes. And then I do I need to save so that I can wrap
Right.
up
Why'd we do this?
and carry on.
You
But
there. My name showed up in that photo of yours. Are you the seer? What happened to you?
No.
You better not be, or else I'd beat you into the dirt! That selfish punk ran off to the nameless city.
Now you're hiding?
okay, so what's the nameless city? Do you know what a shade is? Who do you mean by seer? What's the dust? Clouds?
Greatest city in the land,
Look at that
an
guy.
ancient place with no name. Shadows cast by the great flow, dragging us toward the night waters. No one knows what it really is. Where are you from? This is the Dusklands, where shade touches everything. The man with a finding eye. I once lived with him for a while. Tell me, where do you think the seer should go?
You mentioned the nameless city, right? Or staying here isn't bad either.
You saved me. Anything I can do for
I
you?
wasn't happy with my answer.
Can you move out of the way? You're blocking our way to the mountain.
Hey, manners.
You are going up the mountain? To see Nosa? That place is shrouded in fog and full of shade. Only a seer would dare go. Others stay away. Tell me, who are you?
She's just passing through. Name's Eugene.
What an odd name. And the little one?
She forgot.
Can't remember. She must be fading. You'll just get lost up there. Hey, is that finding eye just for show or what? Take her photo, like you did for me.
I tried, but I can't see her.
Ridiculous. I'll move so you can get through.
I feel like I...
But before you head up, go to the nameless city. Get the seer to photograph her. It'll stop the fading. And then tell him I said, go back home!
Hardcore. Like, a little intense. Where'd he go? He's gone. Oh, there's the station that I need to get to. Okay. So it does seem like I wondered if it was like open worldy, but it does feel like it's probably more of like just a smaller linear, like location to location type of game. Okay, and there we go. Saving. That's what I needed to see. I'm gonna pause here. This is gonna conclude my stream of Opus.
I'm not taking you
Prism
to some
Peak.
nameless
One
city.
second, save.
I'm just checking the place
One
out.
second, pause and click.
Yeah, how nice of you. So this is the station. Whoa, what is
Alright.
that?
So this was, this was my stream of Opus Prism Peak, which, you know, for how long was that? An hour and 15 minutes or so. I really like. I'm really impressed by its kind of mix of mechanics and storytelling, characterization, art direction. I love photographs. I love Eugene. He's funny. I love the girl that keeps dragging Eugene. Really good. I will definitely like continue to play this. Like I said, I do hope Switch 2 patch resolves some of the performance issues, But I'm happy enough here playing on my Mac M4 Mini for the whole game if I need to. Streaming at the same time uses up, like, it's just fighting my GPU for the game. And so performance when I'm not streaming is a lot more stable than what I feel like we saw here today. But that's more on my setup than anything. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys look into Opus Prism Peak. I think it's going to be a real, sleeper this year. And I can't wait to play more. So thank you so much. Let me know if you liked watching me stream newer games. Obviously, we do a lot of retro games on Fun Factor, but I'd also like to continue to stream new stuff. Check out the things that are interesting to me, interesting to you. Follow along with the show. We have a new season 2 coming out in 2 days, on Tuesday. What is that? April 21st. It's going to be the first episode of season 2 with a brand new theme, brand new time period. Very excited for that. Find us at funfactorpod.com. And thanks again for joining along on this stream. Great to see you. Have a great weekend.